Of course, now, as a parent, I get it. Dad's rules were an invisible web meant to protect, not entrap, so that when he wasn't there to watch us cross, the light at the corner could watch over us instead. The playground was where I let loose. I was a beast at kickball, tetherball, and handball, or so I imagined. One day, as I rounded the kickball field, one of the boys I liked on the other team was blocking my access to second base, so I pushed him to the ground and kept running. This landed me in the principal's office, a truly foreign experience that I approached as an alien might, detached but interested, observing some strange rite of punishment. Stranger still, it seemed to be happening to someone who looked exactly like me, but wasn't me. With my parents at work, my grandma was the one to pick me up. Driving the short distance home in her gold Chrysler, there was no disappointed speech, no grounding, no punishment. Clearly, from her point of view, whoever had branded me with this suspension was not in possession of all the facts. Sure, suspension was designed to teach me a lesson, and it worked. It just didn't teach me the one they intended. In the world my grandmother had built, suspension meant time to decompress, space to reflect, a chance to bond, and most importantly, plentiful access to my favorite snacks. Grandma White, it turns out, was an undercover abolitionist, replacing castigation with care, suspension with connection, shame with encouragement. Rather than making me feel small and bad, she showered me with tenderness, making me want to do better. It was what she didn't say, what she chose not to shine a light on, that imprinted on me with such force. Rather than parrot the school's reprimand, she chose a different poetics, one guided by the credo that what you water grows. And in her unassuming subversion of school punishment, she gave me my first lesson in abolitionist world-making. Before and after that day, I spent an inordinate amount of time ruminating about fights and was dogged by a constant and nagging expectation of imminent conflict. I'm not exactly sure how common fights were at Angeles Mesa, but they felt routine, like ritual eruptions exploding on the playground or in the open-air cafeteria at lunchtime. What if she comes up to me and says this? What if he walks past me and does that? So much energy preparing for different scenarios, mentally sparring imagined foes. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, was our unspoken code. But except for pushing down that boy I liked, my moment in the ring never materialized. I wasted hours upon hours preparing, hours that might have been spent otherwise. In the afternoons, I raced home to play hide-and-seek, hopscotch, and foursquare with our neighbors, the Martinez kids, using chalk to outline games on our shared driveway. In front of the White House stood a magnificent magnolia tree, lush and extravagant, offering us a place to shelter ourselves from the blazing sun. Even then, I sensed that the magnificent tree with its perfumed white flowers was a luxury on a block with very little shade and in a neighborhood with little foliage. My favorite game was playing school on our huge stone porch, which was covered with a layer of faux grass carpet that was good for sitting on and instructing my friends. The front window that ran the length of the porch gave us a great view of all the passers-by on 4th Avenue. Kids chasing down the ice cream truck, neighbors playing hopscotch in the driveway, motorists speeding by. But it also forced me into a state of constant vigilance. Lined with burglar bars like all the other houses in the neighborhood, ours stood out thanks to a jagged hole in the window. A small, cone-shaped opening almost exactly in the center that rippled outward, stubbornly refusing to break. Created by a bullet, BB gun, or rock, it must have been too expensive to fix.